Hello, Pendale. Today is Thursday, May 12th. I'm Rachel Rosenblatt.
And I'm Sarah Ahmad.
Mrs. Bernardini's fourth period history class helped her complete the last day of a 22 push-ups a day for 22 days challenge to raise awareness about veteran suicide and the horrifying fact that every day in the United States, 22 veterans commit suicide. Together, they completed 286 push-ups. The challenge is sponsored by the group 22 Kill, which was created by veterans to honor those who served, raise awareness about veteran mental health issues, and support various veteran empowerment programs. For more information, please visit 22kill.com and challenge yourself, family, and friends to complete the full 22-day challenge and gain some muscle and awareness for this important cause.
Thanks to the generosity of our staff, students, families, and friends, our Pendale Lacrosse Cradle-a-thon raised over $900 to contribute to the Alyssa Oxenford Memorial Award. This honor will be a $500 cash award given annually to a senior athlete who has exhibited determination and perseverance in the face of adversity, tenacity, and will to overcome obstacles while maintaining a positive and selfless attitude, and exemplifies a warrior spirit on and off the field. Despite the weather, the lacrosse players had a total blast doing it.
Tonight, the North Penn High School lacrosse team will host an additional fundraiser from 6:45 to 8:30 on the turf field as they take on Plymouth Whitemarsh. All proceeds will go towards the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and the Oxenford Memorial Scholarship.
9th grade Enact Club members traveled to Lower Perkiomen Valley Park on May 4th to participate in the Montgomery County Envirothon. During the all-day event, students learned about soils, invasive species, wildlife, and identified plant and animal species local to the park. The event culminated in a written test which allowed Pendale students to take an honorable mention in the competition. Congratulations to Pendale participants.
Let's go to our sister station, North Penn TV, and see what's going at North Penn High School.
Ah, the sweet sound of music. Literally. The North Penn High School Navy Jazz Band and the North Penn High School Women's Choir got the opportunity to travel up to Hershey, Pennsylvania to perform at the PMEA conference. Both groups got the opportunity to showcase what they were capable of achieving. Congratulations to the Navy Jazz Band and the Women's Choir for such a prestigious honor. Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Andrew Neu.
Who is Mary Catherine meeting this week?
Hello, I'm MCL, here with Mr. Wilson, the guidance counselor. You're new to Pendale this year, but not new to North Penn. Where were you previously?
I was at the high school for 8.5 years before coming to Pendale.
What did you do before being a guidance counselor?
I was a magazine editor.
Where?
I worked for a place called Advertising Specialty Institute for imprinted pens and T-shirts and that kind of stuff.
Why are you a guidance counselor?
I became a guidance counselor because the biggest influence on me when I was in high school came from my guidance counselor. So it's kind of like I wanted to follow in those footsteps.
What do you like to do on your free time?
In our free time, my wife and I are very passionate about our dogs. I like to run a lot of errands for my wife. That keeps me living in the house, which is good. And I'm very into sports.
Tell me about your four-legged child.
She's awesome. Her name is Darla. She's an old Victorian Bulldog. She'll be 11 in July. She runs the house. She lets my wife and I live there. So it's pretty cool. She's great. She's awesome. Very hard head, so that's good. I like that about her.
Now we only have 30 seconds left, and I need one-word answers from you. Dream car.
Dream car, wow. Would be a toss-up between the Mercedes-Benz SL 550 and the Porsche Boxster S. Not that I've thought about this too much or anything.
Favorite dessert?
Whatever's on the menu.
Favorite snack?
Believe it or not, probably cheese and crackers.
Favorite superhero?
Not really into superheroes. Never have been.
Favorite movie?
Well, again, toss up between Back to School and Tommy Boy.
Favorite TV show?
Gotta be Seinfeld.
Favorite candy?
Favorite candy? Probably Hershey bars with almonds.
Favorite color?
Green.
Favorite sport?
Baseball.
Well, thank you for joining me. Let's back to the studio.
Last month, I had the chance to sit down and talk to the North Penn Jazz Band guest artist, Mr. Andrew Neu. Here's more on the story.
Hi, I'm Rachel Rosenblatt here with Andrew Neu. So, Mr. Neu, what got you into music?
Well, I came from a musical family. I grew up with music all around me, and my big brother, Peter Neu, is a trumpet player. My older sister, Nancy Neu, or actually now Nancy Paulus now, was a musician. She took piano lessons, played flute. So I was always kind of around, and I got involved with my school music program. And I like to think that I'm a big supporter of school music programs because I'm a product of it, and it allowed me to kind of set the groundwork for having a career in music.
Why did you choose to play the saxophone?
Actually, the saxophone was not my first choice. My first choice was trumpet. I wanted to be a trumpet player, but my folks said there was already a trumpet player in the family, so I had to come up with something different. So I actually started on clarinet, which is actually a really great foundation for playing saxophone, and I decided I wanted to play in the jazz band. So I still play clarinet, but I decided to learn how to play saxophone just so I could join the jazz band.
Do you only play jazz music?
Well, I grew up in a household, as I said, that was all filled with music, and a lot of that music was classical music. So I ended up actually being a classical saxophone major when I went to college at Temple University. So I learned how to play in an orchestra, learned how to play sonatas and concertos for classical saxophone. I know it seems like an unusual thing, but what it did was it helped me kind of create a discipline about how I learned my instruments. So I learned all the fundamentals of it and learned control in the instrument. But being a saxophone, it's always going to be linked with playing jazz and commercial and pop and R&B music. So I naturally gravitated to that because I knew that was where the saxophone was really going to be prominent.
Which do you like better, classical or jazz music?
That's a good question. I always like to joke that I have sort of a short attention span. That I find that if I was playing any one of those kind of music all the time, I think I would get bored of it. I think I would get frustrated. So for me, I find challenges in playing all those different types of music, but I think I get more freedom playing jazz music.
What college did you go to?
I went to Temple University. I graduated from there, but I also studied at University of the Arts as well.
What do you enjoy doing with your free time?
Well, the great thing about music is that not only is it my profession and my career, but it's also my hobby too. So certainly a lot of my free time is involved with playing music and composing music, and you never find enough time to practice. But when I'm not doing music, a lot of the things that I like to do, I'm a bike rider, I like to exercise, which also helps me with moving the air through my instrument. I'm a wind player, so a saxophone is a wind instrument, so I have to be in good shape. So that certainly helps. I love to travel, so that works out well with being a road musician, which is what I am now. Most of the work I do now is actually traveling around the world.
Thank you for joining me. We look forward to seeing your performance. Back to you at the studio.
Blue and White Day is taking place at the end of the month. Gwen has more for you.
Thanks. Joining me today is Ms. Jozefowski talking about Blue and White Day. When is this event taking place?
Blue and White Day will take place on Friday, May 27th. It is the last Friday right before Memorial Day weekend.
So what locations will be used?
In the past, the morning activities will be taking place in the large gym. There will also be an outdoor competition in the stadium, as well as a Name That Tune type of trivia event in the auditorium. And then in the afternoon, we will have the fields open. We will have an auditorium movie playing, and we'll also have basketball in the large gym.
So do you know who currently has the lead?
I believe it's the blue team, but it's pretty close. I think it's just about 40 points between the blue and the white team.
So who won last year?
Last year was the blue team. which is the letters A through L.
What will be different this year than last year?
This year, we're actually going to have a pie in the face competition that will be taking place during the morning activities taking place outside. There was a student that came to us with the idea of having a fundraiser for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. And so the week of Blue and White, we're going to be selling raffle tickets for you to select which staff member will be pied in the face. And one of the students that chose that teacher, actually a couple of them, will be selected to come down to the field and attempt to pie them in the face.
Fine. So you said that they're showing a movie. So have there been any suggestions or anything picked yet?
There were a few suggestions that were made at our last student council meeting, and we will be selecting and announcing that movie at some point next week.
So for people who haven't been to a Blue and White Day yet, is there anything they should know?
Well, Blue and White Day is similar to Field Day if you had went through any of the North Penn elementary schools. The entire school is broken down into two teams. The blue team is any letter of the alphabet. If your last name begins with A through L, and then M through Z, you are on the white team. And so everyone wears a blue shirt or a white shirt to correspond with their team. And it's really a huge day of competition. So the 7th graders will rotate through the different stations. 8th grade will rotate, as well as 9th grade. In the large gym, we have different relays. We have huge trike bikes and different activities to be played where the staff also get involved. In the outside, we'll have a 3K race like we did last year, as well as the grade level tug of wars and the new pie in the face competition. And in the auditorium, Mr. Heller, along with some other staff members, will be running the Name That Tune type of trivia. We'll also have the yearbooks that will be distributed, and then in the afternoon we have our normal picnic. So we do have a dunk tank for both the staff as well as the students. So if you are interested in being in the student dunk tank, please listen to the announcements. We'll have sign-ups next Thursday and Friday during cafeteria. And then we also have lots of different field activities that you can participate in, or if you are tired and you want the air conditioning, you can go and see the movie in the auditorium.
Thank you for joining me. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Gwen. Let's stay on the topic of Blue and White Day and see who Vegas Vona has picked to win.
It's me, the Vegas Vona, and I'm so excited because the end of the year's coming, and it doesn't mean school's over, it means Blue and White Day's here. And guess what? White team lost last year, but I know the white team will put out a lot of effort this year, and we're going to be victorious. Who's going to stop us? The blue team's got an attitude.
Here's Hillary Clinton for this week's Twitter question.
Who's your favorite athlete? Don't say Trump.
Usain Bolt.
LeBron James.
Roger Federer.
Mike Trout.
Ichiro Suzuki.
I'll go Mike Trout.
Michael Phelps.
Michael Jordan.
Mike Trout.
Me.
Russell Westbrook.
Aaron Rodgers.
Me, myself, and I.
Gabby Douglas.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Lionel Messi.
Messi. Liz Bonet.
Jenny Finch.
Theo Walcott.
Yaya Toure.
Anthony Davis.
Marshawn Lynch.
Jeremy Lin.
Is it going? Yes, it's going. Is it going? Okay, LeBron James.
Before we sign off, we will feature Mr. Andrew Neu and the Penndale Jazz Band. For all of us here on Penndale TV, I'm Rachel Rosenblatt.
And I'm Sarah Ahmad. Have a spectacular day and thanks for watching.